Hi everyone. So today I'm going to cover Jamboard, ways that you can access it, utilize it within your class, and making sure you're not reinventing the wheel with some great places that you can go to get ideas on how to use Jamboard and templates that are already made for you so you can go and copy those and use them within your class. So first thing is how we're going to access Jamboard. Now you could simply just search Jamboard and it'll pop up, but if you look here next to your profile picture, you're going to see the Google waffle. And if I click that, you'll see as I scroll down, we'll see Jamboard here. So you would just click on that to open Jam, and it's going to open all your Jam files. I would then just click in this bottom right corner, New Jam. And from here, this will open a brand new Jam. So what exactly is Jamboard? Jamboard is a whiteboard that you can use digitally. It allows you to do things such as write on it, post pictures. You could share it with students, and students can obviously share them with other students in order to have a central place that they can go and work together on this. So with here, you have a lot of options. You can have just a simple one-page whiteboard there, or we can actually create more. If I click here, it's a simple way to create multiple pages. And then if I click this icon here, I can expand that frame bar and I can simply now see all the pages that I have here. So if this is something that, if you wanted to use throughout a unit, so you can then have a cumulative portfolio at the end, you can do that. Let's say you accidentally added too many slides though, you can simply go and click those three dots and then delete those. If there's something that you create that you want to duplicate on multiple slides, you can also then just hit duplicate and it'll create another one right next to it. Next, I'm going to show you the background feature. This is really good for your mathematics lessons when you want to include a grid, just so it's not this blank white background here. So if I click background, I can see I have a couple different options. I could go and have those dots there. I can have lined paper. And then these two are the two that I really like for math, which is obviously those grids, whether it is a white with blue lines or kind of a gray with white lines. Or let's say I just don't want that background to be white. Sometimes it's harder to see when you're using a white background. So instead, I'll use a darker color background. And then when I draw on it, I would obviously use a lighter color. Makes it a little bit easier to see in kind of a darker situation. So next I'm going to show you some of the drawing tools that you can use on Jamboard. Over here on the left, you're going to see a pen here. If I click on the pen, I can actually see I have a couple different options. I can have a regular pen, and with these all, I can change the color. I'm going to go ahead and just click on this white just to show you. So with the pen, you can see it simply just looks like a pen on paper. If I go to right here, the marker, a little bit thicker. Going on to the highlighter, a little bit thicker and a little transparent. There's my dot. And lastly is my paintbrush, which the paintbrush, as you can see, a lot more transparent, almost more of like a gray tone, but a lot thicker than the others. So these are the four that you have to choose from when it comes to those brushes. From there, you have the erase tool. Now, when you're going and erasing, you can see I could just simply use my mouse, or if I have a touchscreen, I could use my finger to erase certain parts. But if I want to get rid of everything that's on here, I can simply hit clear frame, and it gets rid of all the text. But that'll also get rid of anything on here. So later when we show you guys how to add images, it'll get rid of all of that as well. So the next thing I'm going to be showing you is the sticky note feature. So from here, if I click right underneath the cursor to the sticky note, I now can go and choose my color I want for that sticky note to be, and I can type out something. Sticky note. And I hit save, and it'll go ahead and add that sticky note onto there. Now you'll see with the sticky note, I can then make it as big as I want. I can move it around. From here, I can duplicate it. I can go back and edit it. So I can see I probably should have added another space right there at least to separate the exclamation mark and then my name. There we go. So with these sticky notes, this is a great way that if you have the students all working together on one thing and you want to have them just quickly react to a maybe an image or a statement, they're able to go and create these sticky notes and then post them so that you can see what everyone is thinking. So from here, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to start by clearing this frame out. And you can see, like I said, when you clear the frame, it gets rid of everything that's on here. Next to this add image. So when I click on add image, you'll see I have a couple different options. I can go and upload an image that I have saved onto my computer. I can go and get one from my Google Drive. If I click on photos, they do have some photos that are, that I've uploaded to my account. And then Google image search. So this is where you can actually just go and search to post something. So let's say we're doing a board on tigers. I'm going to click on tiger and I like that image. I'll click on it and it will go ahead and import that right onto this slide. And from here, I can go and duplicate it, delete it. From here, I can resize it. I can twist it. To however I want. You can see as I move it off that page, it kind of gets rid of that. So I can kind of go and create a collage effect if I'd like. If I want to get rid of that, I simply click on those three dots and hit delete, or I can hit clear frame and that will also get rid of it. Next, right here, this tool, this is nice because this is the shapes tool. So I have all of these shapes I could choose from. So let's say I wanted to go and create an arrow. I then would click and drag. And you can see I now have that arrow here that I can go in, duplicate it if I want to. And just like the other ones, I can twist it. I can reshape it. Maybe I want it a little bit skinnier, and a little bit smaller. I'm able to go ahead and do that from there. Next up is my text box. So this is a little bit different than the sticky note. If I just click up here, and you can see I can start typing. This is a test, and I can choose how wide I want that to be. But if I go up here, because this is kind of hard to read, I could change the color of that. If I want it to be white, I can change the size of it. Maybe I want it to be more of a title for this, and then obviously the alignment as well. So you do have some options with the text boxes. And lastly, what I want to show you is the lasers. So maybe you just want to point something out to your students using Jamboard. So if I click this, you can see that it creates a laser and it drags behind that circle and it slowly disappears. So if I want to highlight something, it doesn't go and keep it on there. And then when I'm done, I just click off of it over here. If there's ever a time that you want to move things around, just go back to this cursor that says select, and that's how I can go and move these different things I've already posted on here around on that Jamboard. So the next thing I'm going to show you kind of ties into what I said in the beginning of the video, which is, don't recreate the wheel. I went on and just Google searched Jamboard and found a lot of great things from this website, ditchthattextbook.com. And this right here is the first thing I wanted to kind of highlight that they have on their page. And the website will be in the description of the video on YouTube. And if you look, this right here has already templates that are pre-made, and I can go in. So they have some examples like 2 truths and a fib, and you can see I can download and copy that Jamboard template, and I'll get one that looks exactly like that, and then I can go and even edit it. So, but things like guess who, if you want to make a game, good, okay, bad, thumbs up, thumbs down. So these are just some great things that are already pre-created that you don't have to go and make yourself. And how you would actually go and use these is I would just go to copy Jamboard template and then make a copy. And once it's done making the copy, I can now go and change the name up here, but you can see everything is already pre-created. I can move things around. I can add things to it if I'd like. So you definitely have that ability to kind of customize it and make it your own. The next thing I want to show you is, once again, on Ditch That Textbook, which is how to use Jamboard in the classroom. So this is a really great way of, maybe you really want to try and use this, but you've just been using it as like a typical whiteboard that you can just share with people. They have a lot of different ways that they highlight that this can be a way that you use it in class. So, student collaboration with Jamboard. From here, using shapes to highlight things, adding text and annotate. So we have these templates here as well, just like before. And, if you want to do a pro cons discussion. So the nice thing is it's not just giving you the ideas, but if there is a template made for it, they go and you can make a copy of that and it's right there. The other thing you can do is, let's say I'm all done with this and I want to share this with my class. There's a couple ways I can do that. I can either click share up here and then share it with whoever I want. Or if I go into a Google Classroom, I can go and make it so that it will make a copy for every student, just like any assignment that you would make. So I'm just going to go into a class that I'm also a teacher in, just to show you. And you'll see if I go to create assignment, and I'm just going to add a Jamboard that I just created right here. And so just like all the other Google apps, I can go and make it so that it makes a copy for each student. Maybe I want to just assign it to group leaders so that they get it and then they can share it with the rest of the group. That way you're not having every kid in the class having their own copy, unless that's something you want to use it for. So you have a lot of those different options that you can utilize with Jamboard and sharing it with the rest of your class. So I hope this helps navigating through Jamboard. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Have a great rest of your day.